Tenjirō Kirinji, the first officer of Squad Zero, is a tall and muscular guy who always looks bored and annoyed. He has a Yakuza-like appearance with a high-top hairstyle that gives him a deceiving look, making him seem like a rude and intimidating guy. Kirinji has the ability to create special hot springs that can be used to heal any fatal damage or wound, the condition being that the person being healed must be able to withstand the heat of the spring. This is exactly why he is known as the Hot Spring Demon of the Royal Guards. He is also regarded as the greatest healer among all of Soul Society and potentially the whole Bleach universe, all because he invented the healing arts of Kido and also taught them to Unohana. This is the main reason why he earned a spot in Squad Zero. He is famous for being able to create special pools with his spring water. He can use this ability to control the movements and temperature of his spring water as he desires. One of his special pools is called the White Bone Hell, where Kirinji can use his spring's hot water to burn his enemies with extreme heat. The second one is Blood Pond Hell, which can heal his allies by replenishing any blood that they might have lost in battle. We often see him using this ability to heal his fellow Squad Zero members like Nimaiya. Tenjiro Kirinji's Shikai is called Kinpika. It is a long wooden pole with a blade attached to its end. It has incredible striking power and also a special ability to create bright flashes that can blind his enemies, but not Kirinji himself. Despite already having the nickname of Hot Spring Demon, Kirinji also has another one called Lightning Fast Tenjiro. This is because his mastery of Shunpo is also top level, giving him super fast speeds and reflexes even surpassing that of Sui Feng. We can confirm that during their interaction in the first Wandenreich invasion arc when Sui Feng criticizes Squad Zero for not helping them protect the Serite. Finding her tune rude and disrespectful, Kirinji instantly slides behind Sui Feng and elbow locks her effortlessly. This is the first interaction between the Gote 13 and Royal Guards that illustrates the huge difference between their strengths. He also possesses an overwhelming large amount of spirit pressure. This was shown when Kirinji easily defeated Yugram Hashvalt by just using his Shikai. As a Royal Guard member, his individual ability far surpasses the abilities of all the Gote 13 combined. When Kirinji unleashes his spiritual power, the sheer pressure is strong enough to send tremors throughout the different dimensions of Soul Society, Hueco Mundo, and Human World. His hot springs are a key resource for Squad Zero. They hold great potential as Kirinji could either use them to support his allies or weaponize the water from these springs. You can say that they are deeply connected with the Squad Zero strategies and define how they behave. They are one of the most valuable assets available in Squad Zero's arsenal. Though his Bankai still remains a mystery, we can guess that it also has something to do with his hot springs. The former captain of Squad 12 and now the second officer of Squad Zero, Kirio Hikifune, is also the Holy Guardian of the South. She is known as the ruler of grain because of her specialization in mastering the concept of artificial souls. She is the one who first created the candy-like item that the Shinigami use to put their soul into the human body. This candy-like item is an artificial soul technology she worked on. She has the ability to imbue her Reiatsu into any kind of food that she cooks. This allows her to enhance the food with Reiatsu, and once someone else eats the food, they will be energized and buffed with a temporary boost of Reiatsu that they get from this food. Interestingly enough, since the Reiatsu being used for the cooking is Kirio's own, she ends up getting slim after cooking. So compared to other members of Squad Zero, she actually has a stage when she is vulnerable and fragile. This dependence on Reiatsu makes her poorly suited for drawn-out fights. Her Shikai is a giant spoon. Its abilities and name have not yet been revealed. Kirio also specializes in using tools that can manipulate another person's spiritual presence. One of her most notable techniques is the Cage of Life, which constructs powerful tree branches. These branches absorb the life energy of anything that they come in contact with, making them indestructible. Kirio's fighting style is more of a supportive role than that of direct engagement. She has to replenish her Reiatsu before battles because she depletes it very quickly. This makes her unreliable in emergency situations as she has to prepare beforehand to be useful in battle. This continuous depletion and hindrance makes her the weakest member of the Royal Guard. Ōetsu Nimaiya. The third officer of Squad Zero and its funkiest member. He has an energetic aura with a distinct hairstyle, white vest, and vibrant sunglasses. However, unlike the other royal guards who have their own special skills, Ōetsu's remarkable strength is his unmatchable swordsmanship. Ōetsu is the creator of the Zanpakuto. He created each and every Asauchi that the Soul Reapers bond with. These Asauchi are the fundamental base form of each Zanpakuto, and considering that they have been a part of Soul Reapers history since forever, it can be said that Nimaiya is one of the oldest members even among the Squad Zero. Because of this achievement, he is known as the God of the Sword. This allows him to discern the ability of every Zanpakuto he has forged. He is also able to locate and reforge a Zanpakuto. Being a master swordsman, his skills lie in sword techniques. He is exceptional in all the offensive and defensive areas, showing expertise in dodging and directing melee attacks with no effort. His offensive abilities allow him to take down an opponent with a single precise slash that causes a casual lag. This lag makes it so the strike isn't observed until it has already occurred. He can use further orthodox techniques like sword throwing as well to catch his enemies off guard. While his personal Zanpakuto has not yet been shown, the one he currently uses is called Sayafushi, an immensely sharp blade that can cut through anything. It is so sharp that it has to be contained in a jelly-like scabbard to reduce its sharpness. Nimaiya believes that this Zanpakuto is a failure because of its perfect sharpness. Being too sharp for its good, the sword can't be sheathed in anything as it will cut right through. Nimaiya dislikes it because even blood can't stay on top of the blade, as it just slides through a human with ease, making it seem like Nimaiya is fighting a hollow. It is an unstable blade that Nimaiya only uses under special circumstances. His combat abilities are extraordinary. He was able to single-handedly take care of 5 stern hitters by himself. On top of this, Nimaiya is also a Kido practitioner. He can fire a Kido blast through his hands without needing an incantation. His overall exceptional skills and expertise contribute heavily to the strength and resilience of Squad Zero. A refined and elusive woman, the Holy Guardian of the North, Senjumaru Shutara is the 4th officer of the Royal Guards. She is an exquisite woman who stands out in the crowd thanks to her beautiful appearance. She has a slim figure, a pretty face, golden hair ornaments, and 3 artificial hands attached to her back that make her stand out. But despite this, she has a very daring personality, as she speaks back to anyone who annoys her without hesitation. Her nickname is the Great Weave Guard. As the name suggests, she is the one who weaves the uniforms of all the Soul Reapers. On top of this, she can also weave through the bones of Royal Guards, infusing Oken inside of them. Oken is a unique power that allows the Royal Guard to use their abilities at a higher level than usual. This Oken also ties their connection with the Soul King. The clothing that Senjumaru weaves has special enhancements that give them specific energy-based resistances. She controls the fabric world and uses it to make illusions or mimicry of real-life scenarios. By doing this, she was able to perfectly mimic the Soul King's palace. Also, even though she has her own Zanpakuto, she prefers using sewing needles to fight as she is more comfortable with them. The Oken outfit is one of her major inventions. This outfit lets its wearer leave and re-enter the Soul Society without being disintegrated. A sewing needle called Shigarami is her Shikai. This needle has extraordinary piercing capabilities that allow her to pierce and use any building materials. She can mess with another person's clothing and give them different attributes. She can turn them into destructive weapons or create illusions from them. Or if she wants, she can also create a cotton substance that can heal her allies. Beyond that, Senjumaru has one of the most powerful Bankai in the Bleach universe. Her Bankai, Shigarami no Tsuji, calls forward a giant sewing room that envelops her opponents like a domain and attacks them with a variety of attacks. The Bankai separates each opponent and transports them to a different dimension, where it attacks the trapped enemy with their deepest fears and insecurities. By turning their fears against them, Senjumaru can potentially weaken her enemies both physically and mentally. It is a skill that distorts reality and leads the trapped to their death. Compared to the Gote 13, every member of Squad Zero uses a unique skill set. They all have expertise in something that contributed gravely to the whole Soul Society. But above all, their main task is still to guard the Soul King, the most important figure in the Soul Society. They are devoted to him and won't falter sacrificing the whole Soul Society to save him. Ichibē Hyōsube, the leader of Squad Zero and the most powerful Shinigami in the Soul Society. At first glance, Ichibē looks looks like a buff monk, a normal person with an easygoing personality. But all of that is just a facade for his real personality. He is known as Manako Oshi, the monk who calls the real name. He is the one who created the name for everything that can be found in the Soul Society. He also uses this ability to name things in his fighting style. He can create seals by writing on top of things. These seals can be used to change the overall structure and function of anything. By shortening a thing's name, he can effectively reduce its overall power. And due to the use of Oken, this ability has been enhanced. And he can also revive fellow royal guards by just saying their name. But it doesn't stop there, as he can also revive or rejuvenate himself by having someone more powerful than him call out his name. This ability literally makes the royal guards immortal, as they can occupy their position for centuries by just getting revived over and over again. His shikai is a large calligraphy brush called Ichimonji. It is said that Ichibē Shirafude Ichimonji was the first ever shikai to even achieve Bankai, and this is also when the name Bankai came into being, as after achieving this stage, Ichibē is the one who named it that. By using Bankai, Ichimonji takes the shape of an extremely long brush which Ichibē considers the true blade. This further validates that Ichibē has been around the longest, and he is the most senior Soul Reaper alive. By using his Bankai, anything that Ichibē dyes black loses its name and power. He can also rename anything dyed black to the name he sees fit, giving it new abilities and power. For example, by renaming his opponent to the name Black Ant, he makes them weak and powerful akin to an ant. His most powerful attack allows him to literally destroy his opponent's soul, making it so they lose their existence, not even being able to reincarnate. He was only defeated by Yūhabaha because of his ability to see into the future. Any other power would have fallen short against him.